Welcome back to Villnoire. So last time on Villnoire, we entered the city of Inker through the Inker Aqueduct. We basically geared ourselves up, walked around the city, talked to everybody there, and we convened at the inn and rested for the night. Then, as the Inker Festival kicked off, we essentially stormed Vorian's Manor, and we are now here inside the manor. The manor has been locked down, so there's no way for us to escape. And we have now also some soldiers have actually been sent back into the city to gather some reinforcements. Vorian and Adre know we're here and that we're assaulting the manor, but they have locked it down, so we cannot get out. However, we are now about to split our party up, so we have two groups. One is going to be led by Lucas, and the other is going to be led by Bryce. In Lucas's party, we have Vivian and Rayson, and the reason for this is that Lucas can use both light and dark faith weapon damage, and Vivian and Rayson can. Vivian is dark, Rayson is light, and Rayson is a healing ability. Bryce has dark faith weapon damage, and Zach has light faith weapon damage, and Amelia can use both, and Bryce is the healer. So I feel like this is going to be the party that best. These are the two parties that I think are going to be best to go through the manor together. And now, all we got to do is talk to Bryce, and we can get the show on the road. So, let's see this whole plot through to completion, and we're going to finish playing through Villnoire today. So, without further ado, let's talk to Bryce here. Have you chosen your companions? Once we part ways, it will be a while before we rejoin each other. I've made my choice. Excellent. We shall turn on the yellow switch over there for you. The manor has not changed since you were last here. If you can remember, only a single color will be active at a time. Using this knowledge, we must give each team an opportunity to move onwards. Use the sigil above the doors to anticipate which colors you need. Good luck, Lucas. We shall see you shortly. Okay. For now, all we can do is access the doors with the yellow sigil above it. Every time I come across a new switch, we should give Bryce and the others a chance to move along. Stay close, you two. I hate being away from the others, but we really don't have a choice, do we? I never thought Vorian was such a paranoid man. To create such an awful security measure in your own home. Turning his own home into an extravagant trap won't stop us. After everything we've been through together, such a ridiculous ploy is not enough. Reaching Vorian is a matter of when, not if. Alright, so there's a green sigil above this door. We won't be able to access that one. There's a staircase and a door here. Let's go through the door first.
Better run now, you run.
Okay. Let's start with Bright Slice. Actually, we'll do a Gloom Gash on one of the commanders. And Vivian use Evil Eclipse. Nice, that took out one Starshine on the officer. Oh, didn't quite finish him. Okay. We'll just attack him. Vivian use Shadow Snare on the commander. And why not? Total Salvation, just restore Vivian's health. Yeah, if we can use the overflows, we might as well, even if there's not a whole lot of benefit to them initially. Oh, jeez. How much health does this guy have? Oh, he's regenerating health. Well, that might be why. Let's use Bright Slice. There we go. Alright. We found a Fighter Essence. One of 12 treasures. Okay. Okay, let's go up the stairs. Okay, we've got a green switch there, a yellow switch there, and it looks like we have some paths we can take down here, so let's check these first. Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll go Shockwave, Evil Eclipse, and Illumination. Nice. Okay. Okay, let's have Vivian use Shadow Snare on one of these first. Oh, didn't finish it. Wow, okay. Lucas, Second Surge on yourself. And Rayson just attack for the time being. There we go. Okay, Vivian just used Nightmare, because apparently Shadow Snare wasn't enough. Done. Okay, and she's gonna have to get the next Second Surge. Full syrups. Okay, moving on. Portraits of Vorian and Adre line the walls. Huh. Anything in particular in here? Well, there's a sparkle. I don't know how useful there's going to be at this point, but I guess we'll find out. Is that it? That's all that's here? Okay. Alright, let's go through here before we go up those stairs. Okay, Lucas, Bright Slice on the Officer, and Vivian, Nightmare on the Commander. Illumination. Okay, yep, that's fine. No overflow, but we didn't take a hit, so that's nice.
They don't pull any punches.
Okay, down here. Huh. Okay. Oh, there's a blue switch. Oh, that's handy. Okay, perfect. Alright, we made it. Press shift to switch to Bryce. Alright, let's do it. Alright, and now we've got Bryce, Zach, and Amelia. Let's just quickly throw Amelia in the back row. Yeah, alright, we're... Well, what? We didn't even sell the old weapons. That's fine. Okay, so... Yeah, we can't go through that switch now. Let's go through here. Is this a door? It is. Anything in here? Sparkle. Rare bottle, nice.
You're finished.
Okay. Alright, Amelia, use Blinding Light. Nice. And let's go Sleeping Powder. Bryce, Condemnation on the Commander. And Amelia, let's use Blinding Light again. Nice. Good.
They don't pull any punches.
Okay, got a chest with the Sharing Tonic, 3 out of 12 treasures. Portrait of Bryce. Okay, that's a red sigil, so we'll have to find a red switch for that.
Once.
Alright, let's see. Amelia, let's start you off with Evil Eclipse. And Zach, Shining Thorn or Soldier, good. Let's use... Oh, Somber Sunder on this. Good, okay. Alright, Amelia. Starshine... No, Shadow Snare on this one. Good, and Shining Thorn on this one. Done. Okay, what's through here? Anything? Oh, there's a sparkle. I'm not seeing any chests. Okay. Moving on then. I like how the enemies don't get back up, so you don't have to worry too much about exploring. Oh gosh, which way do we want to go? Let's maybe check down here first. Okay, there's a switch. Let's go Evil Eclipse. And then you can use... You know what? You use Sleeping Powder. Okay, we missed that one, so let's use Somber Sunder on the Commander. Good. Alright, now you're going to use Blinding Light. Great. Shining Thorn. Yep, on this guy here, the officer. Done. Somber Sunder on the soldier. Alright. And now we have a little bit of time. What's the overflow again? Cure all... Okay, yeah, that's not really useful. Starshine, then. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely going to need to use our syrups on this party, because we don't have Lucas for Second Surge. Before we check that switch, let's check the other staircases. Let's check this door first.
Better run now, you run!
Commander and 2 soldiers. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go Blinding Light. Zach, just attack. And then Bryce, Condemnation on the commander. Perfect. Small tonic. Okay, we'll use Starshine then. Done. Well, we're getting lots and lots of items. Okay, let's use a big... No, let's use a full syrup on Amelia. There we go. Sharing incense. Nice. Okay, what's up this staircase? Some more doors. Sparkle. Lucid Gel. Nice. And over here we've got Soldier. Wouldn't it be funny if the Quizzer was in here? No, he said that was his last prize for us. I don't think he would make another appearance. Somber Sunder. Nice. Ouch. Okay, let's go Starshine on this one. Oh, that was the wrong one. Ah, that works. Okay.
They don't pull any punches.
Oh, there's a chest. Big chest. What's this? An elegant badge. Okay, what does that do? Completely negates the effects of Eternal Grudge. Okay. Don't know what that is yet, so I'm gonna not use it. Purple Sigil. Okay. I think we've explored everywhere we can in this part of the manor, so let's head back down to that switch. Okay, and let's switch to Lucas. Okay. Alright, we're making our way through. I don't think we checked up here. No, we did not. Okay, there's an orange sigil. Okay, Lucas, use Gloom Gash on the commander, and you use Shadow Snare. As for Racing, Illumination. Yeah, they don't stand a chance against us. But we do need to start using Second Surge on both Vivian and Racing at this point.
They don't pull any punches.
Okay, let's check over here.
You got a nerve.
Okay, instead of using hit all abilities, we're just gonna do single target abilities, and hopefully that'll give us more of an opportunity to use... That's not what I meant to do. Okay. Maybe able to use Second Surge here. Maybe even more than once. I'm not super hopeful on that, but you never know. So 1, 2... Racing, why not use restore... Oh, hold on. Let's use Second Surge first. On Vivian. And then Racing, you can use Restore on Vivian. Oh, really? Okay. Shadow Snare. And we'll use a Gloom Gash. And why not Racing, Restore on Lucas, and now I can use Second Surge on Racing. There we go, and then Vivian finish off the soldier. Okay. Great. Is that a red switch there? It looks like it's red. It might be orange, but that wouldn't make a lot of sense. No, I think that's a red switch. Okay, let's use Evil Eclipse and Starshine on the officer. Good. Of course. Okay. We'll use Gloom Gash on the soldier. And Shadow Snare on the soldier again. Rayson, just defend for a turn. Lucas, second surge on yourself. And Vivian... Okay, we'll probably have to use Rayson's healing overflow next time. Everyone's in good SP, so we'll just see if we can stay on top of our health. Let's check this room first. I see a chest. I see a big chest. Okay, Gloom Gash on it. That was the wrong one. Illumination. Good, that's those two down. Okay, Gloom Gash on this one. Alright. Vivian, Shadow Snare on this guy. And let's use Total Salvation. Beautiful. And Lucas just attack, see if it's enough. Perfect. Great! Alright, we're all fully healed. This party's honestly so powerful. Elegant Badge. The fact that we have a full party restoration ability, and a... Okay, yeah, that is the red switch. Full party restoring ability and a SP restoring ability as well. That's honestly so overpowered. This party, I think, is going to struggle a little bit more, only because we don't have as much for SP restoration. We've got Spirit Raid, but that's only good for Bryce. Inspiration on himself. Okay. Oh, you bugger. Okay. Amelia, use Shadow Snare on the commander. Good enough. Okay. Shining Thorn. Done. Great. Okay. Wizard Essence. Okay, we'll probably save all the essences for, like, just before we fight the boss. But we'll see. Maybe not. Okay, so where can we go with a red sigil? This one here is purple. Gotta backtrack a little bit, I think. There it is. Okay.
You got a nerve.
And I see a green switch up in the corner, so we'll definitely grab that. Okay. Blinding Light. Somber Sunder? No, let's do Condemnation on the commander. And Shining Thorn on the soldier. Great. Small tonic, that's fine. Starshine. Good, okay. One more battle, and then I think we'll use it, Syrup on Zack. Should be fine for at least one more. Okay. Let's switch to Lucas. Okay, so we've got a green switch active now. Hold on, real quick. Are there any other green switches? I think it's just the one. Oh, no, there's one over here too. Although this might be... That's, I think, where we need to go. Yeah, let's go... Let's backtrack for a sec, because I think we missed something. Okay, what's in this room? Oh, yep. This is a nice little suite. Got a nice luxurious bed and a bookshelf. You got your own table and very nice bath. Like, I can see why people would be interested in staying in Vorian's Manor. Did we explore here? Yes, we did. Okay. The chest is sitting on top of the soldier's head. Why? I know it's just the way that the sprites lined up and overlapped, but that's kind of funny. Okay, in here.
Die!
Okay, we'll go Bright Slice on the officer, Starshine on the officer, Evil Eclipse. Okay, not bad. Inspiration, that is bad. Oh, and they both... Okay, that's... Okay, so Lucas, vulnerability. Remove all foes, buffs, and status improvements. There we go. That's where that ability actually comes really in handy. Okay, Shadow Snare on this one. Good. Lucas, let's have you use Second Surge. Vivian needs it the most, I think. Especially because she's gonna attack this guy here now. Shadow Snare should be enough. Perfect. And then Lucas might actually need the next Second Surge. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, we got 2 switches. We got a red switch and a purple switch. I think we need to do the red switch. Because Bryce is currently in a room that's locked by a red switch. So if we didn't do the red switch, I don't think we'd be able to get out. But now, let's head down here. Bryce can stand on this yellow switch, and Lucas can then go across to the purple switch. And now Bryce has clear access to the room with the purple sigil. There we go. This is a neat puzzle. I really like this. Because it's like, on the one hand, you use your entire party that you've gained throughout the entire game. And not in like oh, you're forced to, you know, switch them out partway through. It's like, no, like, you form 2 distinct separate parties that you establish. You get to pick their strengths and weaknesses. And then you go through different parts of the same dungeon, alternating back and forth, trying to work together to solve the puzzle of the mansion. Like, this is a really good puzzle. Probably if there's one thing that I would say that this puzzle could benefit from is something that's a little bit more colorblind friendly. Having it be purely focused on colors can be restrictive for some people. It could be cool if it was like shapes, where it's like, oh, this is a triangle sigil, and the other one's a square sigil, and then there's a star sigil, and the switches are shaped that way as well. I can also see why, with sprite set limitations, that could be a little bit more tricky, but like, that's the only thing that might be a little bit not so great about this puzzle, but the overall design is brilliant. I love this design. Okay, let's go with an Evil Eclipse and then a Shining Thorn on the officer. Not quite enough, so let's have Bryce actually just attack that officer, finish him off. Okay, this is not good. Nope, this is not good at all. Okay, we're going to use Evil Eclipse again. And just attack. Okay. Yikes, this is... We're in a bit of trouble. Somber Sunder. Yep, this is not good. Okay, Evil Eclipse. Okay, we got 1. But that guy's been regenerating health this entire time. Bryce, use Condemnation. There we go. Yeah, that was little frightening, but we're good. Open the chest, and we have a full tonic. Okay. You know what? We're going to use some of these sharing syrups. We'll use 2, and there we go. Everybody's got full SP. We probably only needed 1, but that's fine. It looks like getting those sharing syrups from that crafting wasn't a bad thing after all. Sharing incense is what I was going for, but honestly, it's possible the sharing syrups are actually the better choice. Evil Eclipse, Shining Thorn, attack the officer, finish him off. Please don't... Oh, okay, yeah, of course they did it again. But they did it on the same guy this time, so what I'm going to do here, we're going to use Shadow Snare on the one that's not inspired. And now I think, Bryce, you can just use Condemnation. Done. Okay, Amelia's going to need some healing, so we'll use... probably not Bryce's Overflow. Instead, we'll probably just use his standard regen ability and target Amelia specifically. Hi. Hey, I know what you're thinking. I shouldn't be here, right? That's true, but neither should you. Let's keep this friendly and pretend we didn't see each other. Unless you wanted to use some alchemy? Okay, clever. So we've been getting stuff as we go through. It makes sense that, yeah, okay, we can actually make use of that stuff. Okay, so that's good to know. We can come back there and do some alchemy if we want to. I'm not worried about it right now. Okay, the red switch we'll have to keep an eye on. Okay, there's an orange switch there. Before we do that, let's take a look at some of these other rooms. A save point, okay. A green switch in here, okay. Okay, let's go Blinding Light, Shining Thorn, Somber Sunder. Not quite enough. Oh, this isn't good. Okay, Shadow Snare. Shining Thorn. And can you just finish him? Nope. I should have used a Somber Sunder. Shadow Snare. And I didn't heal Amelia. Okay, next time, next time. Okay, so we got a green switch in here. We've got an orange switch in that room in the middle there. We've got a save point up there. A blue switch will unlock this door. Okay. Okay. What do we need to do first? Let's try the orange switch first. Ah, okay, no, we need the green switch to get out of this room. Yeah, that makes sense. I should have thought of that. So, we'll go back to this room here. Activate the green switch, go back to Lucas. There we go. And now, we need to find a way to get to this orange switch without a... Perfect, yeah, that'll work. We can stand on this switch, that'll allow us to switch back to Bryce. And now we can go back to... Blue switch will unlock that door. Is there a blue switch that we can access before we switch to that orange switch? Huh, okay, let's take a look around. Just real quick. Was there one in here? No, that's red and purple. Did we check this room? Oh, no we didn't. Okay, well, it's a good thing we did this anyway. Okay, let's go Gloom Gash on the Commander, and then Shadow Snare on the Commander, and Illumination on the soldiers. Done. It's a good thing we checked this. Another Elegant Badge. Okay. Well, now we've got one for each party member if we've got a party of 3. No blue switches, hey? What about in here? Nope, that's red and purple. Well, I'm sure there's something, but I'm not seeing it right now. Not in here. No, that's the bath. Okay. I'm sure we'll come across something. For now, let's step on this orange switch. That will get us through this door. Sparkle.
You're finished.
There's a chest there. Ooh, okay. We'll start with a Gloom Gash on the Commander. Evil Eclipse. Illumination. Great. Okay, perfect. Okay, Bright Slice on the Officer. and Shadow Snare on the soldier. And just finish him with an attack. Done. Great.
They don't pull any punches.
Sharing syrup, okay. Okay, there's a purple switch down there.
You got a nerve.
Okay, Bright Slice on the officer. Evil Eclipse. Starshine on the officer. Lovely. Hold steady, Lucas. Vivian, use Nightmare on the soldier. And Lucas, Second Surge on Rayson. Now, Rayson, just attack. Your standard attack does lower one of their stats, so might as well make use of that. I think we can actually just... No, that's not what I meant to do. But that is what I was going to do, is Shadow Snare, so that works. There's a sparkle there. Okay, so down there is a purple switch. There's a red switch there. What's in here? We need a yellow switch to unlock that door. Okay. Let's go with the red one first. Yeah, because now we can get in here. There's a yellow switch there. Okay. Blinding Light. Sleeping Powder. Bryce, use Somber Sunder on this guy. Nice. Another Blinding Light. Good. Just attack. And Somber Sunder. Done. Okay, purple switch to get through that door. I'm missing something. I'm sure of it. That one blue door. I don't know. Starting to have a hard time keeping track of all the doors that I haven't gone through and the doors that I want to go through, and... I mean, as long as we get all the treasures in the manor, then I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal. I think we'll be okay one way or another. Okay, we're going to just have to chill for a second. Yeah, that little bit of damage is worth it to use Second Surge on yourself, Lucas. And now Vivian, use Nightmare on the commander. Great, okay. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay. This yellow door... I could just switch to that purple switch and then have Bryce go forward, but I feel like there's more that I'm not seeing. There's a blue switch. But there's a problem with that. Oh, there's a red switch here. Perfect. Okay, so we use the red switch. Now we can backtrack with Bryce, leave the door there. Go into this room, hit the green switch, switch back to Lucas, go back up here, up this staircase, and now here's the blue switch. We step on that, and now Bryce can go through this door here. Awesome. Oh. Is this where I'm supposed to be? Okay. I think that was actually the solution to the puzzle I was supposed to go through. And I, in fact, missed something that was not the puzzle solution. Okay. Well, so be it. Okay, let's figure this out. Through here, we step on the yellow switch. Okay, backtrack. Go through here, through the yellow door. over here. Now we step on the purple switch. And Bryce, go through this door.
You're finished.
I thought this was the way we needed to go, but now I'm thinking that the way we were just going was the way we needed to go. I thought we were finding a secret. Nope, we were solving the puzzle. Okay, Amelia desperately needs to heal up here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do sleeping powder on the officer. Bryce, willful embrace. Heal everybody. And let's just bide our time for a little bit, get everybody healed up a little. Just until willful embrace wears off. If nothing else, that'll give us a place to kind of start the next battle from a healthy position. The officer's asleep, so we should be fine. Well, not anymore, but it wore off now. So, Shining Thorn, finish him off. Done. And Amelia's in decent health. And there's a chest with a golden shield. And we found all the chests and got some XP. We don't need that, but that's fine. What's the golden shield? 22 defense, no bonus speed, complete immunity to flinch. I mean, Zach maybe? Zach or maybe Lucas. I don't know what Lucas currently has equipped. Okay, so that was worth it. We did find a really good armor. Is this the... No, he's on the yellow switch, so now we go through here. Okay, there's a green switch there, a red switch there. We step on the red switch. Bryce then goes this way. Real quick, now that I'm realizing this might be a bit of a secret, let's step on the green switch, switch back to Lucas. Let's check what's through this door. Oh, no, I think that's the way we need to go. I think... Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I think I'm getting the picture here. Step on the blue switch. There we go. Bryce can go through this door. Okay, we need the purple switch for that. Down here we have another block pushing puzzle. So we'll push that. Ah, there it is, and that's a green switch. That makes sense. This, and we're good. And all those disappear. Bryce, step on the switch. Lucas through here. Step on the green switch, or go through the green door. And, yep, okay, step on the purple switch. Bryce, work your way through. Real quick. Let's use a big tonic on Amelia. And sharing syrup. Store everyone's SP. There we go. Okay. And, oh, let's save. I'm going to save over a different file. There we go. Okay. And I never had you down for a fool, Bryce. You're always a pathetic coward, but at least you knew your place. Somewhere with your mouth shut and head hung down in shame. Look at you now, playing hero. You've lost your only tolerable quality, walking around here like you're actually going to achieve something. It's laughable, Bryce. I no longer care what you think of me. I have been a shameful coward. I have stood by and allowed unspeakable acts. In part, I fear I may also be responsible, but I will not stand idly anymore. Don't act brave, Bryce. I've seen you at your lowest. Pissing yourself and shaking like a leaf at Leyhand village. You made poor Lucas do what you couldn't. What kind of friend are you? Do not confuse your own actions with mine, and do not be jealous that I have finally found friends. You and Vorian hide in this manor and shield yourself from the truth. Druids are not our enemy. Speaking for yourself now? Is Lucas not here to save you? Oh dear, it seems you can't hide behind him this time. You always liked living in the shadow of better men, didn't you? No, Adre, there are no shadows anymore. Not since I left the prison cell you held me in. I've caught a glimpse of the light, and I will not give that up for anything. I'm not scared of you. Now spare me, all pretentious twaddle. It disgusts me that we share our name. You have no right to be called a Vanheart. Vorian has finally seen what I've always known. You're of no use to anyone. Who would want a name like Vanheart now that you've tarnished it? Bryce is one of us now, so do us a favor and crawl back into your hole. Don't make us fight you 3-on-1. You won't last long. Such a shame that I ran into you first, Bryce. I was looking forward to murdering all your friends while you quiver in the corner. Once I draw my blade, you'll be back to the old cowardly Bryce. Right, we don't have any overflow because of his ability. Okay, well, we'll just use Starshine, Shining Thorn, focus on... Oh, okay. Well, since we don't really have any abilities that are going to be particularly useful against him... Group Charge. We'll have Bryce boost everybody else's abilities. Starshine. Shining Thorn. And let's use Stand United. Why not? Boost our defense as well. Oh, that's not good. Okay, that's not good at all. Bryce, use a Sharing Incense? Or, well... just a regular one on... there. Starshine. Shining Thorn. Dark Exposure. Okay, let's use Lifeline on Amelia. Starshine. And Shining Thorn.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Okay, he hits really hard. This would be a great time to have our overflow ability so we can use Stand United. Is that what it's called? No, whatever the one is that restores HP to everybody. Starshine. Yeesh. Lifeline on yourself, Bryce. There we go. Shining Thorn. Done. Okay, there we go. He wasn't so tough. You lost this battle before you ever drew your sword. We have something you do not possess, the resolve to strive for a better future. My friends have given me back everything that you took away. I thank you for your assistance, but we must not celebrate yet. Adre is but a pawn in this cruel game. Let us hurry onwards. We must meet up with Lucas and the others. Okay. Well, let's switch to Lucas. And we can go through the door here. Might as well save as well. Okay. This is the deepest part of the manor. We've made it past all the locks and switches. Vorian's main office is just ahead. With a little luck, Bryce and the others should have made it this far too. And there they are. Alright. All together. Lucas, I'm very grateful you are all unharmed. We were ambushed by Adre, but thankfully we managed to incapacitate him. I'm afraid there has been no sign of Vorian on our end. How did you fare? I'm glad to see you all. I knew you could do it. Same here, no sight of Vorian on our side either. Doesn't really surprise me though. He's never been one to get his own hands dirty. Then there's only one room remaining for us to search. His private office. There's no doubt in my mind Vorian is inside this room. I imagine at this point he's expecting us. Who cares if he's expecting us or not? It's 6 of us versus 1 of him. That's maths even I can understand. It's time he got his comeuppance. First punch is all mine. Vorian might not even attack us, not if he already knows he's beaten. If that happens, then we don't need to fight. Vorian is nothing more than an obstacle in this plan. We all agreed, remember? Firstly, let us use this mechanism to cancel the lockdown placed upon this manor. This will allow us to freely roam as a single group. We can also leave the manor if we so desire. Hold on a moment, Bryce. That mechanism looks like it uses druid technology. If he's so opposed to druids, then why would Vorian have something like this in his own home?
Yes, you're right, Vivian, it certainly is. It's similar to the device that restored our stamina at the Draylen Trail. I suspect this device will also respond to our druid magic.
So what are you saying? It has more functionality than Vorian realizes? That the very thing he uses for his own protection comes from druids? You gotta love the irony behind that. I saw another one just like it at the entrance. With everything that had just happened, I didn't pay much attention to it. Now that I've seen this one, I think they're connected somehow.
We won't know until we try, but I imagine this will allow us to instantly return to the entrance.
We may still have time to go back into Inca if we need to. The crowd may not have gathered yet. If we want to rethink our strategy, this is the last chance. Make sure we're all ready for this. There's no going back for any of us once we enter through that door. This will be our final battle. If that screams of point of no return, I don't know what does. Confront Vorian for the final showdown. Alright. So, I think we're actually, because we just fought Adre with Bryce, Zach, and Emilia. I think we'll take on Vorian with Lucas, Vivian, and Rayson. Also, I just want to see, yeah, we're going to give Lucas that golden shield. Why not? So, I think this is where we want to use these elegant badges. Completely negates the effects of Eternal Grudge. I believe that is an ability that Vorian has. So let's use them. Even though it hurts to kind of lose the other benefits here, I get the feeling it's still going to be the better choice. Okay, now let's use, let's see, we'll use a full syrup with... That's not what I meant to do. Okay, well, doesn't matter. And then a sharing tonic? Yeah. And everybody's in full health. Okay, let's just head down these stairs real quick. Hi, Adre. We'll save. And we're ready. Okay, let's see this through to completion. Let's take on Vorian.
So you've still come to face me. The crowds have gathered outside. The news of your invasion has reached the city, and there is nowhere for any of you to escape. Your fruitless mission is over.
Our mission has more meaning than anything you have done since you became leader of Inca. It's far from over, Vorian. We're exactly where we want to be.
I suspect you have taken care of Adre. 2 of 2 useless brothers, and a friend who would betray me. What a disappointment. I will never understand how you can side with those I despise. Why do you despise druids? I ask, even though you cannot answer. No one can answer this question. You hate druids because our father hated them. So did his father and his father before him. Humans and druids have been part of Villnoire since the start. Whatever caused our histories to splinter away from each other happened so long ago. Time does not remember, so why must we? I never have and never will answer to you, Bryce. You live only because I allowed it. Do not stand there with your false honor and judge me. Stand among the degenerates, it suits you. I wanted nothing more than to put an end to the man who had opposed druids. It has taken me some time to realize the truth, but I know now that no single man with this guilt exists. I gave a face to all my anger and despair. It was your face, Vorian. You may have ordered monstrous acts, but you're not the reason they've been allowed to occur for so long. You're just one man. You don't believe that. Tell me, if I'm just one man, then why come here? Why go to these insane efforts to assassinate me? You come here with nothing more than utter desperation. You just don't get it, do you? We're not here to kill you. We don't even care about you. You think you're a leader, but you're the one following orders, and you don't even question why. There's nothing special about you, Vorian. It's just luck that someone as rotten as you got into a position of power. It's time that luck finally ran out. You'll step aside, voluntarily or otherwise. What backwards logic you have. There is no luck involved. I earned this position, and I'm doing the work of the people. You wish to punish me? Then you must punish every human in Villnoire. We could punish you all we want, but what would that really change? What about the person who committed all these horrible acts before you? Is it fair to punish you, but not them? What about the person who takes your place once you're gone? If we're just reacting and ignoring the cause, then we're always going to be too late. We have to stop it before it begins, not after. We can only end this conflict once druids are eliminated. Peace can begin when there is no one to oppose humans. You cannot save Villnoire with ideals, only with spilt blood. There are no easy answers. There are no shortcuts. All we can do is take one step at a time. It's never been about saving Villnoire, it's about giving Villnoire the chance to save itself. We don't have to fight you, but if you stand in the way of that chance, then you'll give us no choice. You don't know what it's like to feel that flicker of hope, but we do. It brought us here. I gave you everything and you turned your back on me. How could you side with druids over your own kind? You've chosen wrong, Lucas. Let me show you just how wrong you are. Okay.
Resistance is futile.
Eternal Grudge does not work on us because we have those badges. I'm glad we picked that. Okay, Arcane Wisdom. Yeah, let's use Mirror Cloak. I don't know what abilities he's got, but Mirror Cloak is OP. Public Execution. Oh my god! I can't believe that actually reflected. I don't think it did anything, but still, that's amazing. Okay. Yikes, okay, it's just an insta-kill. That's lovely. I'm glad we have Vivian, because now we can use Resurrection. Good. Oh, take that, Vorian. Taste of your own medicine. Illumination. Good, okay, we're gonna use Negation. Get rid of his buffs. Gloom Gash. Okay. Mirror Cloak. Set that back up. That seems to be the right choice. Let's use Second Surge on Rayson. Yikes. Okay. Nightmare. Okay. Puncture. Gotcha. Rayson, Arcane Wisdom. Vivian, Nightmare. Ultraviolet Bright Slice. Taste your own medicine. Perfect. Puncture. Rayson, you're gonna use Total Salvation. Hopefully his Arcane Wisdom lasts long enough to... No! Stop that! Resurrection on Lucas. Hopefully Arcane Wisdom lasts long enough to do this. Whoa! Holy smokes, that did a lot more damage than I thought, honestly. Okay, Puncture. We got him! That was easy. I feel like Mirror Cloak did more than we thought it did.
Besting me in battle means nothing. You said it yourself. You've achieved nothing except guarantee your execution. There are crowds of my soldiers and loyal citizens gathered outside.
We know. That's exactly what we've been waiting for. Vorian, you don't hear or see anything beyond your own ambitions. We already told you, us being here has nothing to do with you. This is it, Bryce. It's now or never. This is a chance that no one can take away. Not Vorian, not Adre, not anyone. Go out there and show them who the real leader of Anchor should be. Looks like there are a few stragglers around. Don't worry, we can keep these chumps busy for as long as you need. You two, make sure Bryce does his job and Vorian stays down.
This is your master plan? You rest everything on the shoulders of a broken coward? I don't even need to do anything. Bryce will crumble before them all. You will see.
You're wrong, Vorian. Bryce is stronger than you will ever know. He has something that you cast aside many years ago. He finally has a real family that cares about him.
My goodness, there are more people than I had anticipated. I've truly forgotten the fright of addressing such a crowd. Can I really do this? Perhaps I do not have what it takes.
Those are Vorian's words, not yours. Of course you can do this. We all believe in you. You stood up to both of your brothers, didn't you? If you can do that, then you can do anything. When we spoke last night, I didn't see the same shy man I spoke to in Sekhmet. I didn't see the man who felt awkward talking to one woman. I saw someone with enough resolve to address a nation.
The people of Inkar have not seen my face in years. They believe me to be dead. They believe that I committed murder at Leyhan village. The odds are stacked heavily against me.
The odds have been stacked against us the entire journey, and yet here we both are. Just do exactly what you always do. Speak from the heart. Tell the truth, and you can't go wrong.
Stop this. We don't want to fight you.
I know you think you have to protect Vorian, but you don't. I've been where you are, and you do have a choice. Lower your weapons and no one has to get hurt. If any of you were at Leyhan village, then you already know how corrupt Vorian is. He gets you to stay in your hands while he hangs back. Bryce wouldn't be that kind of leader.
Stay down, Vorian. You've lost. I hear the crowd outside moving in our favor. You thought you had us cornered, but you failed to pay attention to your own weakness. Your reign is finished. My weakness? What about yours? You should have killed me while you had the chance. You honestly think that taking the moral high ground you've won? I'm not going down alone.
Lucas, watch out behind you!
We must understand that when we bleed, we all bleed the same. I know this change cannot happen overnight, but I have faith. Faith that we can take even the smallest steps together. The Inker army was created to protect humans. It should have been created to protect life. Life in all forms. My brothers sought the power of the army, but I only seek its compassion. I will never wield you as my weapon. You are a shield, but not mine to hold. You are a shield to anyone and everyone in their time of need. The Inker army is Villnoire's army. We are all witness to your act of harm against a fellow human. The Inker army exists to protect humans from all threats, even if the threat is our leader. Sorry, former leader. Take him away, lads. I don't understand. My druid magic is having no effect on him. I've been able to heal wounds like this before. My druid magic feels just as strong as ever, so why isn't it working? Don't tell me it's the wound I gave him in the Granville Depths. It must not have fully healed yet, and Vorian reopened it. Come on, Rayson. You have to keep trying. The wound from Vorian's blade, it's just too deep. It's almost as if his body is rejecting my magic. Come on, Lucas. Don't you want to live? Don't you want to see Villnoire change and grow? I don't believe my eyes. Is this all just in my head again, or are you really here this time? In fact, it doesn't matter. To see your face one more time is all I could ever ask for. Lucas, I've always been here. I've been watching over you every day. I wanted to talk to you, but I knew it would be too hard. I'm so proud to watch you fight for my kind, for druids. Daddy, are you gonna come home now? Mommy says you can come with us if you want. You've been fighting so hard, but now it's time to rest. We can all go to the place beyond Villnoire. She's real? This is our daughter, isn't it? I thought she was just in my head. I wanted to meet our child so badly that I was starting to see things. All along, it was really her. Do you remember when we first found out I was carrying our child? I made a promise to you that we would name her together. I kept my promise. Lucas, we've been waiting for you. You'll give me a name now, won't you, Daddy? I can't go to the place beyond Villnoire without my own name. Of course I will. Your name is... One year later. Grayson, Tradley, Amelia, Muriel. Looks like they're living in Anchor. Could possibly be Casanero, but looks more like Anchor. And Talbert, too. Oh my god, the quizzer is in the bottom left corner. He's what? Okay. Vorian and Adre both are prisoners. And that's Villnoire. I have some thoughts about this game. There have been a couple people that I've seen comment about this game that don't really like how Lucas's child is portrayed. And I get it. I understand. The idea of when does life begin? Is it conception? Is it, whatever. And there have been some people that have seen this game as almost like propaganda for saying, like, no, life begins, from whenever. But I don't see it that way. I see it as this is a piece of artwork, this is a story, and in this world, the world of Villnoire, there are souls, there is an afterlife, and it just so happens that that is the case for this, that Kyra and their child are souls that have departed to an afterlife. I don't think there needs to be any more discourse about, any sort of political stuff or anything like that. It's just a story. It's a fantasy world and a fantasy game. So, I'm fairly certain that's not what the developer intended with that particular approach. But I do feel like I should address that because I know there's been quite a few comments that I've seen in regards to that particular subject, and I know it's a sensitive subject. I know it's a touchy subject. I'm not even going to share what my own beliefs are on that because it doesn't matter. My perspective on this game is that this is a game where there are actually souls and there is an actual afterlife in this
in the world of Villnoire. So make of that what you will. As for the actual ending, it's probably the saddest frickin' ending I've ever seen. That, like, yeah, Lucas finally has friends and a chosen family fighting to make a difference, fighting and trying to live a life having come to terms with and reconciled with his denial over losing the love of his life. And then to have that stripped away and have his life taken from him like that. Not only is that incredibly tragic for Lucas, but for all the people that he is now called his friends and family. Like, I can't even imagine how devastating that would be for Vivian and Rayson and Amelia and Bryce and Zach. The bonds that they forged, and then to have that just taken away by an insane madman of a dictator. It's devastating, honestly. But very effective writing. I will say, the part with Kyra and the child, if they actually didn't make an appearance at the end, and it actually wasn't a matter of the fact that there is no afterlife or whatever, and they were actually in Lucas's head. I actually do feel like that would have been better writing from a narrative perspective, because a lot of the story was Lucas dealing with his denial and overcoming that. And when he finally did, and he came to terms with the fact that he was in denial about losing his wife and daughter, and that he needed to move forward with his life, that was an incredible moment of healing for Lucas. But then to find out that he hadn't actually been in denial, really, that the things that he was seeing weren't actually just in his head, I feel like that diminishes the personal breakthrough that Lucas had in that moment, and it makes it less impactful. I feel like it would have been more impact, even if the rest of the story had played out where Vorian ended up killing him at that moment there. I feel like Lucas's personal breakthrough and personal moment of healing, of overcoming his denial and his grief, would have been more impactful if that last scene with Kyra and his child weren't there. Whatever other philosophical or spiritual beliefs aside, just from a narrative perspective, I think it would. I think that would have been a better ending, but that's just my personal take. I also do see the appeal of him being able to actually move on and leave this life behind and embrace an afterlife with his family, with the girl he grew up with, the girl he loved and was the love of his life, and the daughter that they wanted to raise. To be able to embrace that as an afterlife is a really beautiful sentiment. So I see the appeal of both sides of it. There's one other point, though, that I want to touch on with this story, and that's Vorian and Adre. I think that the idea that you can overcome that sort of tyranny without resorting to violence, without killing Vorian or Adre, is good story writing. I think that's a really creative and unique approach. More often than not, these kinds of stories ends with, let's kill the big bad evil so that we can put our own person in place. My own games, Bloodstained Hands, did the exact same thing. You know, kill Emperor Cain so that Emperor Samson can take his place. Now, I think that how this game handled that was very good. I suspect that if this was a real world, there would be radicalists, essentially, that either have overwhelming hatred of druids, not just because of what the Inca army did, but through generational hatred that would see them as martyrs and would try to free them and maybe even rebel and form factions that would try to put Vorian and Adre back in power. On the flip side, I could also see people, especially the victims of Leyhan Village, that were, direct victims of what was essentially mass genocide, not be content with Vorian and Adre simply being thrown in prison and would want their lives. And there would likely be people that would be calling for their heads. And I mean, you don't even really have to look too hard at real life and look at, political leaders around the world. I'm not going to name any names. I'm not going to say anyone in particular. But there are a lot of people in the real world that have been responsible for a lot of death. And there are a lot of people in the world that think that there's the only way to resolve such a thing. The only way to put such a dangerous person out of the picture is to end their own life. Like, to end that person's life. That's just how a lot of people think. So I don't actually know how full of a resolution it is to have Vorian and Adre thrown in prison like that. I don't think that really does end the full problem. Now, I don't think that this game is trying to imply that it does. I think that this game is implying that this is the first step on a very long and difficult journey to overcome generations of discrimination and subjugation. And that there probably will be resistances. There probably will be further, battles to be fought. There may be political divides. There may be even be new nations that form as a result of it, for better or worse. But I think that, honestly, there's enough in this world, and there's enough of a setup here to even set up for a sequel. We're never going to see it. I'm certain of it at this point, is that we're not going to see a sequel to Villnoire. I could be proven wrong, but I doubt it. But yeah, those are, I think, the only shortcomings, I would say, that the story has, and I wouldn't even really call them shortcomings. They're just alternative perspectives, and just my own thoughts on some of the things with this game that have come to light through various reviews and comments. I know there's a lot of people that absolutely despise and hate this game, and I am not one of them. I love this game. I think it's a brilliant game. It's well constructed. It's beautiful mapping, excellent character development, great storytelling. There's very little that I dislike about this game, and the things that are on that list are easily overlooked. So that'll do it. That's Villnoire. And yeah, if you want to give it a try yourself, links in the description. Support the creator by all means, and yeah, we're going to be taking a break from the channel for a bit. I don't really have anything else lined up. There's a few games that I could play, but I really don't want to get into them right now. I'm going to be taking a break from the Strack Red channel, and I'm going to be switching over to Strack Blue again, and I'm going to start doing more game development live streams, more game development updates. I really want to get back into the development of Thrall and go full force into that. I've been doing bits here and there, but I've been pouring more focus into this channel, and I would like to do a little bit of switching back and forth. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of break from Let's Plays for the time being, but I do have some plans for some stuff on the horizon. So, for example, Hades 2 is currently in early access and is, I believe, the last large update just released, which means that the official release date may be announced soon. I have not played or seen anything of Hades 2. I have deliberately avoided all spoilers. I've avoided engaging with any of the content because I want to go in completely fresh and blind with a full 1.0 release. my plan is that I want to do a day 1 blind Let's Play live stream of Hades 2 on its release date, like 1.0 release. And so leading up to that, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be revisiting Hades 1, which I have played hundreds, if not thousands of hours of. It is one of my favorite games. Supergiant are incredible developers, and I love Hades. It is probably, if you want to know what your favorite game is, if somebody were to ask you if you could only play one game for the rest of your life and that's it, what would you play? For me, the answer without any question or hesitation would be Hades. And so I would say that Hades is my favorite game. So with that, what I want to do is, leading up to the release of Hades 2, I am going to start doing some episodic content of Hades 1. And my plan is that I'm going to be doing 32 heat, every weapon, every aspect. And I'm also going to be doing a couple challenge runs and a couple of unique builds to showcase some more creative styles. I want to focus on, okay, this weapon aspect offers this particular bonus or has this particular gimmick, not just the attack patterns, but like, it offers a specific numeric bonus that's upgraded with Titan Blood. I want to create a build focused and centered around that. I am not a speedrunner. I am not a power gamer. I get the most fun from playing a game where I have full control over my experience. So how I play the game is going to be different from a lot of top-level players, but I would like to show you that whole process. I would like to show you a 32 heat run with every single weapon and every single aspect, a couple challenge runs like a dash-only run, or a boonless run, or, just different kind of stuff like that. So that is on the horizon. We are going to be engaging with that fairly soon. I just need to get a few things set up to make sure that I can actually do that effectively and properly. And then once I have the setup I need for that, we are going to start doing that content as sort of like a countdown to the release of Hades 2. And then we'll kick off a live stream of Hades 2 1.0 full release blind playthrough. So that is going to do it for this episode. I'm going to be taking a break, so I will see you again shortly with some new content. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.